Hello everyone, the Vibe Kage here, and I'm coming to you with a new what if idea. I will be continuing all what ifs later. I will get to them eventually. Don't worry about it. But no, here we have a fun concept. I'm gonna turn up my brightness because I have a decent amount of battery to waste, I guess. Because my phone battery is kind of shitty, but oh well. So no, what if Deku died for UA? When would this happen? Well, let's change the lineage of Deku first. Instead of Hasashi having a fire breath quirk, he had an ice breath quirk. Inko still had her somewhat telekinesis, just a little bit more stronger. Just regular telekinesis. Now, Deku actually, in this case, got both of his parents' quirks and a mutated version of it. So he has full psychokinesis and actual cryokinesis. And then, well, yeah. Now he has this cool thing with his psychic abilities that when he shoots out I want to say like a Psybeam-esque, because this is themed after Articuno. And I just recently found out that they gave Articuno a psychic type form, and that psychic had a weird energy blast that once it hits, it like stopped them. Even though it was a psychic attack, they were like frozen, so it's something like that. Anyway, that's not really the point here. So that's Izuku at the beginning. He obviously does not get along with Bakugo because he's ice, and the fact that he had both of his parents' quirks. And, well, Izuku doesn't think he's better than everyone. He's just a really, pun intended, a chill guy. Plus, with his psychic abilities, he can read people's minds. And he has been able to, like, when Bakugo's thinking he's the shit, Izuku's just like, alright then, I'm gonna throw your dirty laundry out there. Take you down a peg. Oh yeah, if you the shit, then how come you still sleep with the night light on? And you still have a teddy bear named Mr. Explosives. And Bakugo's just like, oh, I'm going to fucking kill you. And then, Izuku just ice beams him, freezing him in place, and he's just like, oh, damn it. And Izuku's just like, yeah, I know how to deal with you. So, I'm gonna let you cool off. And then he just walks away, because Izuku will be very ice punny in this one, because I want him to be. Now, Sludge Villain Incident, Izuku just straight freezes him. All Might sees him, thanks him, they leave. UA, well, yeah. Now, Mirio does not get One for All. Instead, All Might, he runs into a little round-faced brunette, and her quirk was zero gravity. Yes. Just because I want to, I'll make Uraraka the 8th user of One for All. And she explains her situation. All Might feels bad. He then thinks, well, I came with no quirk, and that shit was rough. She does have a quirk, and her family's struggling. Oh, she's giving me puppy dog eyes. Alright then, I surrender. You know what, kid? I'll train you. We'll clean up the beach. After that, you may or may not get a present from me. We can recycle all the scrap metal, make some extra money. Your dad can also make good money from it. You reuse some of the metals. So yes, I'm gonna make All Might a slightly better person. And yeah, Uraraka does develop a crush on Izuku. So it's not her who's trapped under the rubble, because that would be kind of funny. But it's neither here nor there. So, to continue the story, it's the entrance exam, Izuku gets second place right behind Momo, but Izuku, if he wanted to, he legit just could have gotten all the answers straight from Nezu. And Nezu knew that he could have cheated, and he was surprised that, oh no, he tried. Like, how do you know? I go like, I could just tell. Because a giveaway that will happen when Izuku uses his psychic powers is that his eyes glow purple. Just for, like, the whole aesthetic. So, yes. Now, it's the robots, and Izuku does do really well in that one. I mean, Ida still makes a fool out of himself, but Izuku just, psychic bends, like, uses his psychic abilities to make him sit his ass down. And he was just like, I can't move, I can't speak. And Izuku's just like, silence. Just enjoying it. But no. So Ida does try and talk to him, but Izuku's just like, freeze, walks away. And he's just using the psychic one, not the actual ice one. So everyone's just thinking, why is Ida just standing there? Izuku had him like mid-pose of chop and walking, so his leg is up. He's just in this awkward position. He's just like, damn it, can't move. So, Izuku's fucking with him. Now, for more to continue on, like, he is able to get a decent amount of robots. I'm gonna say just an even 100. And then he just stops because he's just like, I don't want to be too greedy. I'm gonna just chill out. And he just chuckles to himself. Because he thinks he's hilarious. Which he shares that trait with me. Because I also think I'm hilarious. Anyway, Izuku, he just pretty much, he's just sitting on a car, waiting for everyone to, like, finish. And then, like, 0.0 shows up. He's just like, huh. I mean, it's not worth any points, but I get to show off. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try it. And the person who's trapped under the rubble, just because I want to make it just a little bit more fun, I would say it was none other than Ida. Yeah. And you know who saves Ida? Uraka! Because both she and Izuku are running to, like, help. And Izuku's just like, I then bet, hey, I've seen your power. Your power is zero gravity. You can go deal with him. I'll go take care of that robot. And she's just like, you're crazy. And, she does know one for all because Almost not going to be too much of a dick and say, alright, then spread it throughout your whole body. And Gran Torino also trained her early on because since she has zero gravity, she can do air moves easier. So, yeah. Uraka's probably like 4% full counting, though. So she does have pink sparks of electricity coming off of her right now when she does just physically lift up the rubble to, like, show it. Like, I'm not weak, you motherfucker. Like, kind of pissed off at Izuku. And Izuku's just like, huh. Cute pouty face. But no, he unleashes a giant, and I mean a giant, just iceberg out of nowhere because Pokemon move. Yep. I'm gonna do a lot of references to that. So no, he just conjures up a giant, like, from his hands, shoots out the iceberg, destroying the, like, zero pointer, completely just crushing it. And everyone's just like, oh shit. Izuku just, like, got, like, just majestically falling down. His eyes are glowing purple because he's, like, using his psychokinesis to fucking levitate because he feels like being a god and showing off. So I'm gonna make him a little bit, like, god complexy. Just a little bit. Like, he's still very nice. But then he's just seeing Uraka and he's just like, huh. You're stronger than I thought. That's cool. Like, why'd you hide that power? And then he's just like, I'm gonna go. Because he's just like, not really, he's interested, but he's not interested. Like, it piqued his curiosity, but he doesn't have to know right now. Because, like, as soon as he asked her that, she, like, tensed up, so he's just like, got it. Touchy subject. Dipping. He's like, because that's the only thing he wants to talk about. And if it's a touchy subject, he's just like, alright then. I won't know now. Eventually. So, time passes. They go. They meet each other. Momo is still class representative because Izuku voted for her. And Momo, like, was surprised because, like, they voted for Izuku to be it because he's, like, how you see in the picture, a very decent-looking human being. And, yeah. But Izuku just turned down the position because he's just saying, nah, I don't like that. It's not really that I don't like the responsibility. It's just like having more of a free time, Time to train. Time to get stronger with my quirks. Work out a little bit more. Help my mom around with, like, the house. Maybe get a job. I have been thinking about that. Telling them all this. And they're like, he's just so nonchalant about everything. Because he's just telling this openly to the class. He's just saying like this because he's not trying to, like, kick out anyone from his personal life. He's just like, eventually they're all going to swarm me and ask what I do. So I'm going to tell them all. Let them know. Get the compliments right away. So, because then they'll say, oh, I didn't know you could do this. What can you do? That way, like, he's still, like, the center of, like, attention. Which, I'll say Todoroki's kind of pissed off at, because that's how he just sees it, is that Deku just likes talking about himself. Which, kind of true, kind of not true. Also, he does not like that Izuku's ice seems to be, like, stronger than his. And then not only that, instead of just ice, he has psychic powers. And he's just like, wait a minute, I'm only supposed to have 2 powers. And why does he have to have ice? Kind of being, like, pissy and bitchy about it. Just a little bit. Kirishima likes him. I'm gonna say Tokiyami likes him. Like, he likes how cool he is. And those two are, like, best bros in this one. Like, Izuku got him a condor skull keychain. And Tokiyami's just like, someone gets me. Thank you. Just some cool friendship things. Now, none of the girls actually do get a chance to go with Izuku. Mostly because something that's about to happen. Him dying at the USJ. Why am I skipping over hero versus villains? Because, Izuku's just gonna pull a Todoroki, freeze everything, touch the bomb. It still would have been like Deku Uraraka. Mark is red. No offense. But no. Deku Uraraka versus Bakugo and Tenya. Izuku's just like, I got this. Touches everything. Freezes the whole building before... And Bakugo's just like, damn it. Because he got him all the way to the gauntlets. Ida, his engines, like, all the way to the knees. Just frozen. And Izuku's just like, floating. And Uraraka's also floating, but not through her quirk, but through Izuku's telekinesis. Well, psychokinesis. And then, rather than touching the bomb, he just makes the bomb come to them. Touches the bomb, wins. Everyone's just like, so cool. But also when Todoroki does that, they're all like, it's not as flashy as Izuku's. Because I'll say he got a bit more aggressive and made it colder. Yeah, Izuku had better control of his. That's all they're saying. So Todoroki's just like, Oh, I'm gonna hit that kid. I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna fight him one day. Well, there. I covered the hero fight. And I'm only at 15 minutes, but because I want to get more into after he died. So no, Izuku, it's the USJ. All Might does his All Might thing, so he's not there. 13's just telling them villain attack happens, and this time rather than like being able to send anyone else there, just instant Kurogiri portal the floor. They all fall through. Aizawa managed to jump off, and like 13, she also fell through some of the portals, so she's with the kids divided up. So her mission is pretty much to gather the kids and leave. Which, with her quirk, she's just like, I'm not gonna try and kill them, but if they die, they die. Oh well. In this one, she's gonna be like hesitant, but she understands. Hey, they trying to kill All Might and these kids and us. Yo, I'm limited right now. These kids had to help my ass not die. Fuck you thinking I'm gonna do? Not kill these? Nah. Kids, help me not kill them. We're trying to avoid that. Also, get the fuck out of the way when you see the black hole. So yeah, that was 13's vibe. Aizawa was still fighting. He still gets his shit slapped by the Nomu, which, sorry Aizawa. And Izuku, Tsuyu, and Mineta, their perspective on the boat right now. So, Izuku, once he's in the water, he's just like, okay. Fucking freezes the entire lake. Tsuyu's also in it, but like she's just like shivering. She starts to go to sleep. Izuku realizes that Tsuyu's there, so he's just like, psychic power. Grab. Pulls her out. Gotta word that carefully. He pulls her out of the ice. He goes out too. And like, he goes on the ship. The whole villains, they're just like, they're not dying. But Izuku's just like, I can undo it. But then I gotta Yahtzee them into like the air or something. Because the moment that like the ice is gone, like they're gonna try and come up. Because I think they don't appreciate being frozen. So I'll undo the ice. Use my psychic powers. Throw them into that mountain area. And then, Tsuyu, listen up. I'm gonna need you to say ballhead over here. Mineta's over like, ballhead? Izuku just fucking flicks him in the forehead and just saying, shut up. Like, your quirk is weird, but it's interesting. So, we're gonna go support Aizawa. Tsuyu, Mineta, since you guys can do long range, do that. Tsu, swing around. Use your tongue, jump. Mineta, throw your sticky whatever those things are, and try and catch them. Make them fall, slip them up. Go like, I'm going to go take this ship, and then hit the villain with it. So it's just like, you're joking, right? No. I'm going to take this ship, and I'm going to hit them with this. I'm not saying that, like, I'm too happy, like, about doing this, because I was actually kind of interested. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing Uraraka get, like, he's being dead honest. He's just like, seeing Uraraka get a little hyper and shit, it reminded me of how I used to when I was a kid. I thought that was kind of cute, so I'm trying to work on that. So, Froppy's just like, damn, like, how do I change his opinion? Izuku, let me show you what this tongue do. No, bad, no. Sorry. Shit. It was a joke that I shared with Shoto Aizawa. Shota. Well, I don't know why I'm yawning. Oh well. So no. Izuku's like, he's saying, yeah, they had that really big muscle head thing. Now, I'm not sure if you heard them, but they were talking about killing All Might. So, I'm 99% sure that thing has something to do with it. Now, if that thing is supposed to stand up to All Might, then this ship should be nothing to it, right? So, I'm gonna hit it really, really hard. And after that, I'm gonna try and dodge it because it's definitely gonna try and kill me. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm gonna piss it off. Now, I don't know how, but I think that smoke creature. I mean, now to see if you can get your. I hate saying this. See if you can get your balls on him. Do that, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to impress some of the girls in 1A. Froppy's just shaking her head no, and Izuku's just like, shut up and get along with it. So she's just like, yeah, maybe Mama would be happy. So Minatta's just like, I'll do my best to threat the villains. Oh my god, that's so horrible. Anyway, so they go off. They start doing their little traps and setups. Now, they see that Aizawa is gotten his shit slapped. His arm has gotten broken, and Izuku's just like, fuck, I can't hit him with the ship right now. However, Scratchy over there looks like he's having too much fun. Yep. Just fucking chucks it at Shigaraki. Kurogiri's just like, Master, behind you. Shigaraki's just like, what the fuck? Nomu! And then the beak bird beast just rushes in. It tries to, like, grab the ship. And, Kurogiri just opens a portal under Shigaraki to save him from being crushed. But no. The ship hits and just sends him through, like, half of the USJ, like, grinding into the floor. And Izuku's just like, huh. Well, I'm glad I got Aizawa out of that. So he's using his telekinesis to lift up Aizawa. And he's just like, fuck. Ah, damn it. Shame I can't heal people. So he's just like, okay. Gently going to throw you towards the door. So he does that. And he, like, this is where I'm gonna just have more fun with the psychic powers. He then telepathically tells Suyu and Mineta that, hey, Aizawa's pretty fucked up right now. Go watch over his body. Mineta's just like, you got it, sir. Suyu's just like, Kiru, be careful, Midoriya. And, yeah. Now, to the perspective of 13, Todoroki, and for fun, Uraraka, who's still, like, super fan-like girling right now, because 13 is there. Notice me, senpai. Shit, I gotta stop with that. So no, she's using her one for all, and she's just zipping around, because she uses it in conjunction with zero gravity, so she's weightless. So her speed is actually a lot faster. So it's like she's low tier flying, but bouncing from place to place. So she moves a lot like Gran Torino right now. So she's doing that because they're in the burning city area instead of that regular landslide zone that Todoroki was in. So he's more like of helpful there with his ice. And 13 is just like, cool, black hole, black hole, black hole. Make a trap, make a trap, make a trap. Absorb the attacks of the villains. And Uraraka is just like having like the most score points. She's even telling Todoroki, go like, if we were taking points, I'd totally be winning. Which I'm gonna say Uraraka's a bit more confident now that, All Might trained her. So she is slightly less thicker than a Snicker. So she's not enough to fully make Izuku hungry. It's piqued his appetite. Like, it's It's whet his appetite just so ever slightly. However, Valkyrie. Valkyrie, my guy. It's over. It's GG's. So, no, anyway, back to the story. The Nomu still is able to get up. Like, just barely. Like, it was able to rip through the metal and bust out rather than lift up the ship. Because it knows it's supposed to keep on fighting. And Shigaraki was terrified. Like, how do we kill that kid? Kurogiri, do we have more Nomu? No, unfortunately we do not. Fuck. He just starts scratching and itching. And Izuku's just like, yeah. I'm not sure if it's time for you to shoot up right now, but you're not gonna get away. Shigaraki kind of pissed at this junkie joke, so he runs at Izuku, just like trying to grab him, and Izuku's just like, alright then. He catches him with the psychic barrier, and Shigaraki's just like, why can't I move? And Izuku's just like, I got a question for you. Have you played Yahtzee before? Shigaraki's eyes widen and he's just like, oh no. Oh yeah. So Izuku makes the gesture like he's shaking the cup of marbles, and Shigaraki, in the sense, is going up and down, slamming into the ground and into other areas as Izuku's just having fun. And then when he throws the dice, like to roll, he pretty much just skips Shigaraki on the lake. And, Kurogiri couldn't stop this at all because he was moving too fast. And he's just like, damn it, no, Master Tomura. Shigaraki got his shit smacked the fuck up. So he's laid out in the lake, and this is when Nomu finally gets up. And Nomu's just like rushing Izuku, managing to hit him one time, just one time on his arm, breaking it. It was like that Kurapika blocking Uvugin scene. Like, he got his guard up, but like the punch snapped the arm and sent Izuku back into the wall. Mark is red. And Izuku, he's just like, oh fuck. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Oh man, I ran with this arm too. Fuck. I wonder if I can get Uraraka to do stuff for me that I normally do with my right arm. And he's just like, with a shit-eating grin, he's just like, that's still the goal. And he gets up. Now Uraraka, just for the sake of plot, she finally, she sees Izuku, they all heard that thud, so they're all rushing towards it, and she sees that Izuku got out of it, and his arm is all just mangled and jagged. The bone is sticking out, and they're all like, Izuku, the fuck happened? And he's just like, I'll explain later. He then uses his psychic powers to put his own arm, set it back into place, and everyone's just like, that should not sound like that. And he's just like, I know, don't really have time for it. He then puts ice over his broken arm, making an ice cast, and he's just like, oh, fuck, cold, even with my psychic powers numbing my arm. Fuck. Alright then. That thing, 13. I'm sorry. And I know you said our quirks are very dangerous, and that we shouldn't kill. But that thing done ruined my jacket. 'Cause the bone had to stick out of the thing. Also, I'll say like the sleeve came off, so he's more pissed off about his coat getting ruined. So a little bit blinded by vanity, but also be for comedic purposes. He's just like, so I'm gonna go kill that thing, and he just speeds towards it using psychic powers to kind of mimic how people fly, but no. And the gnome was just like roaring and screeching, like for Shigaraki to wake up. Like, he's just like, oh my god, Nomu, kill the kid. Kurogiri's just like, damn it. He teleports Shigaraki out of the USJ right now, so he doesn't know what happens, but Kurogiri's staying there. He's telling All for One that Shigaraki needs medical assistance, but he has to go back to retrieve the Nomu. So, yeah. Now, Izuku being hella pissed off. I love it. Ooh. In like 15 more minutes. 15 more minutes. I want to do at least 45-minute videos. Which, at the minimum, 45-minute videos to hour and 30 minutes. That's my range for what if videos. At least what I'm going for. So no, Izuku, he's rushing in, and he found something very interesting, just like a few blocks away under this construction site, that he's just like, they don't mind me borrowing this. And he just takes it using psychic powers. So it's rushing over to the USJ. Now, Ida never got a chance to say anything, but Izuku did use telepathy to tell Nezu that, hey, villains, come help, SOS. Aizawa got his shit slapped. He then sent a visual image of what happened to Aizawa to every single UA teacher to, like, let them know, hey, we don't want to die. And Aizawa, our guy who can cancel out powers, is, like, low health. Bring the healer. So, Recovery Girl's already on her way. All my hella pissed off because he's just like, damn it, if I wasn't such a showboat, I could have been there and gotten your shit slapped too, probably. I mean, technically, I really feel like the element of surprise would have helped them a little bit more on that fight. So I think All Might would have probably gotten hurt worse or had to use up more of One for All. Yeah. So, anyway. And Uraraka, she's just like going off to help Izuku because she's worried about him. Because she also kind of likes him, but she's not admitting that she likes him. Some tsundere-esque personality right now. Just a tad. Like, all girls do think he's cute, and she did agree to that, but she doesn't like how he acts like a spoiled brat sometimes. So that's what's putting her off. But that's neither here nor there. Well, kind of. Anyway, Izuku, he goes off and he's fighting the Nomu. He's no longer playing right now, so he's just like condensing the air pressure around him and freezing it to make pressurized blizzard wind that is cutting the Nomu's body, which the Nomu is still regenerating, but because it's not cutting all the way through. And Izuku's just like, oh, okay. Once that thing comes in and I hit you with it, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna ruin your day. Because, it's a common. So no, Izuku, he's constantly keeping the Nomu at bay using his icy wind slashes. He's no longer bothering with his psychic powers to try and bind the Nomu because he realizes the Nomu's physical strength puts too much of a strain on his body, like on his brain, and he got a nosebleed when he tried to. So yeah, he's still using Icy winds. He is freezing. He is freezing the ground beneath the Nomu's feet to make it harder for it to like get to him, and creates ice spikes, pillars, icebergs. Everything. Just spamming ice javelins too, stabbing through the Nomu, but the Nomu just keeps on taking the hits, regenerating, and Izuku's just like, oh fuck. Even if I do smash this thing, it'll just fucking get up and heal. Unless I do that. But, damn it. Even if I charge it, there's no guarantee that thing won't just get out of the way. Oh, fuck. Alright then, fuck it. He's just like, Uraraka's finally there, and she's just yelling, Izuku, the fuck are you doing, you idiot? You're going to die. And Izuku's just like, I didn't plan on it, but what could be avoided? Uraraka's just like, wait, what? And he's just like, damn. I really wanted to get to know you more, and more about that weird power of yours. Because it seems it's more than just zero gravity. So, bye, Space Girl. As he just rushes off. His eyes are now, like, glowing white. His hands are radiating so much frost that the air around him is turning, like, the air is crystallizing, leaving, like, a trail of what seems to be snow and ice in his wake. So, he grabs and rushes the Nomu right by the head, and he just says, sheer cold. And then, boom, a giant white flash of white frost, freezing both him and the Nomu in place. Now, Izuku did put up a psychic barrier around him, so he won't be, like, too destroyed. But he can't move his hands right now without, like, dying to the Nomu, because that's what's keeping him in place. But he knows that the Nomu will eventually break out. So, his last grip that's right above the USJ, what he was able to finesse. And from the perspective of the USJ, we're outside the USJ with the heroes rushing in just right now. Ow. It's biting my nails. Sorry. So no. The heroes notice something, like, is rushing towards, like, the USJ. Like, wait, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck is that flying? Nezu's riding on All Might's back, just like, huh, that's rather interesting. I wonder who could be doing this. Ah, fuck. If you hear that, that's my ankle. That was my other ankle. And if you could hear that, you have really good hearing. Bravo. So no, Izuku, like, what he has brought in is a certain construction vehicle that is about to fall from the sky out of nowhere, which is about to surprise everyone. So no one's going to react to it. So, Kurogiri, he finally portals back in. He sees that Nomu's frozen. Kid is frozen. Chance to get both of them. Uraraka's over here like, I won't let you! Just fucking trying to hit Kurogiri, and Kurogiri's just like, nope. Leaves, portal, and he's just like, go ahead and try, hero. See if you can get through me if you don't fall through one of these. He's just spamming multiple portals around her, trying to encase her, and she's just like, damn it. Like, she's, because she is weightless, she has more control of her suit now, like when she's in zero gravity. So, she is trying to get close to him. And this is when Todoroki just, he sees Izuku frozen. He's just like, wait a minute. Did that idiot just, die? Because he's just like, nah. I mean, they're both not moving. And it's really, really cold over there. 13 sees Izuku's body, and she's just like, what the fuck did you do, kid? Aizawa's barely coming to, and he's just seeing, like, a giant spectacle that looks weirdly like the shape of a snowflake, like right beneath them. And in the center is the two frozen Nomu and Izuku. And he's just like, problem child. The fuck did you do? Now All Might busts in. He sees Izuku and the Nomu just frozen together. And they're all like, what the fuck? And then finally, through the ceiling, crashes said finessed vehicle right above Nomu and Izuku, about to crush them. Everyone is just like, wait, how the fuck? And, you know, just for fun, just for the fun of it, I'm gonna just say it was. Who do I want to give the line to? Ooh, I know. I'll give the line to fucking Momo. Momo, out of everyone, and everyone hears her saying, is that a fucking road roller? And just like, they all look at her and just go like, Momo, did you just, and she's just like, and then boom, the road roller crushes both Izuku and the Nomu, and just a giant poof of dust, of snow and crystallized, shattered entrails of blood just start leaking. So everyone's just like, hold up. Wait a minute. Did he just... Yup. I'm killing him off here on this one. Now, something weird happened. Two birds watching in a special realm where this goddess of destruction, she just happens to be painting, enjoying the view. These two birds, they brought Izuku there because they were drawn to his ability to mimic both ice and snow, to like his ability of ice and snow and his psychic abilities. Since these two birds are considered to be two of a kind, and he had both. So they had a liking to him. Now she sees this guy and she's just like, how the fuck did you get in here? And he's just like, I don't know. I mean, I did kind of just die, so... Didn't think God would be a woman. And, Valkyrie's just like, I'm a goddess of destruction, not a god. I don't make things. I destroy things. I wreck people's shit, okay, kid? And I know this is not necessarily how Valkyrie is, but I'm tweaking shit to make the story more fun. She is also going to be a tsundere, because just a little bit. Plus, those are also very fun to work with. So, no, back to the story. She's just saying, like, so, you don't know how you got here? And it wasn't me. And then her two birds they land, and they start crowing, calling. Izuku's just saying, oh, cool. He sticks out his arm, like how he's doing. And then the birds land on his forearm and his bicep. And he's just like, oh, I like these birds. They're very nice, very cool. I don't know which one I like more. Like, he's just scratching, like, one, then he scratches the other. But then they're both wanting his attention, so he's just like, damn it. If only I had more arms. Valkyrie then is just shooketh, because she's just like, those birds don't normally like anyone. So she's just like, how did you die? And then Izuku explains, and she's just like, a fine warrior's death. Interesting. Was it you who was planning on dying? And Izuku's just like, to be fair, no. I wanted to try and keep it distracted long enough to hit it with this ice attack, but its regeneration was too much. So, I had to hit it point blank with this attack. If not, it spreads out. It's more of a widespread freeze everything. But I could have dodged it easily, and after that, I probably would have been too tired. My grip, I managed to put up a slight psychic barrier around my skin so it wouldn't, like, hurt me too much, but I still would have been affected by the cold nonetheless. My body was starting to enter the second stage of hypothermia when that road roller just fell on me, but I digress. I don't really have regrets on dying, rather than just, probably could have done more. I mean, I'm kind of sad that I won't really get to see my mom anymore, but I mean, her and my dad, they're fine. They can always adopt another kid or something. And, Valkyrie's just like, you're very interesting, aren't you? Izuku's just like, I never seen the need to just hide anything. Like, I understand that, like, our lives aren't the longest, so I don't see the point of lying. Live a truthful life to be easiest. I mean, I kind of give off a, like, arrogant attitude, but in my defense, I really have a strong power, so what can I say? I feel like I kind of deserve that arrogance. Valkyrie is just like, I'll tell you what, kid. If you can beat me in a fight, I'll bring you back to life. But if you lose, you stay in the afterlife. Shit like that. And Izuku's just like, bet, this is gonna be fun. And he's just like, oh, thanks for healing my arm, by the way. I guess dying does fix your body up. And she's just like, yet again, that probably would have been the birds, not me. But I'm only doing this because they like you, kid. And you seem rather interesting. So, if you win, I'll give you back your life. And I'll probably watch over every now and then just to see how you're doing. Since I am a goddess. And Izuku's just like, the goddess is about to get her butt kicked. So she's now mad. So she starts going ham. Izuku's spamming ice attacks. She's dodging every single one. She's too swift. She's too nimble. Too quick. She lands so many hits on Izuku. And Izuku's just like, fuck, she hits harder than that Nomu creature. And just for one time, for the one time, when she goes to hit Izuku does use his psychic abilities to cause her arms to go the opposite direction. So rather than, fail to hit, she just springs forward and uses her titties to, like, smack Izuku in the face. And Izuku's just like, was not expecting this hit. I will die happily now. And he's just like, wait a minute, I'm already dead. But he's just like, oh, that was such a great attack. Now, I'll say this attack did cause him to, like, go over to where she was painting. And her painting was just about to fall. And Izuku just catches it with one hand. And then he just starts looking at it. Valkyrie then gets pissed because she's kind of sensitive about her painting. Just a little bit. So she's just like, don't you dare look at that. And Izuku's just like, but it's pretty. It's your birds. And she's just like, don't you lie to me. And Izuku's just like, I'm not. And then, like, sits up. He's holding the painting. He's just like, yeah, I thought your birds are cool. And I like the paint. I like how you do the purple. Like, I mean, I know it's not done because you haven't painted the blue yet, but it's still really cool. And, she starts blushing a little bit because she's just like, no one really compliments my paintings. And Izuku's just like, well, I can tell you put a lot of effort into this. I don't feel like, shedding on you. And I did lose. I was getting my ass kicked, so I guess I'll stay here. Question. Can you paint me with your birds? Can I be, like, added into a picture? Well, maybe not this one, because this one's already really good. But I gotta say, I got a pretty face, don't I? And she's just, like, blushing, because now she's just, like, actually looking at Izuku. And his shirt kind of got blown off on that, like, last, like, ora rush that she did on him. So she's just like, okay, since I won, I'm gonna change the contract of our deal. You'll get your life back, and I'll go with you to wherever you're from. But Izuku's just like, uh, first off, thank you, because I know you don't have to. You totally kicked my ass. So, before you get into like the thing, I do want you to like at least meet my mom so I can explain that I died, goddess, like brings me back. There's conditions, so I may not have to be here as much because she probably wants me to be her servant or something. And she's just like, no, not servant. She's starting to like turn red a little bit, and Izuku's just like, huh? It gets rather lonely here. And like she nudges to her realm. It's just a garden, big ass house, birds, it's a nice little pond and river. And Izuku's just like, okay. And she's just like, you're really slow, aren't you? Izuku's just like, no, I just read your mind, and I'm like, oh, I'm just kind of surprised. I normally have a comeback for everything, but this time you got me good. I have nothing to say. So you want to come back to Earth with me, and then live with me there, because you know, I'm down with it. I'm down with this marriage. He's just like, fuck it. Like, why not marry a goddess? I see no reason why not to. She wants to marry me. She likes me. He's just thinking, ooh, Uraka. Goddess, though. Extra life. Cool birds. Alright then, fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah. I'll marry you, Valkyrie. And she's just like, I read your mind. And she's just like blushing because she did have one of those indecent thoughts, and Izuku just gets the smirk and he's saying, don't worry, we'll save that for our wedding night. And she's just like, I'm gonna hit you. And Izuku's just like, okay. Like, I get that's how you'll show love. And so she turns red a bit now, and so she actually does hit him really hard, knocking him out. And she's just like, baka. Just like turning red, grabbing her cheeks, and she's just like, he's so interesting. So she just like slaps him awake. It's like, you, wake up. It's time to go. They think you're dead, remember? It's been like 3 minutes. And Yuzuku's just like, ow. You hit really hard. How do explain not dying? It's just saying, oh, well, we just bring back your body. It was crushed. Like, I'm a goddess. I'm a goddess. I can do this. I thought you said you destroy things. Shut up before I destroy your jaw. Not gonna lie, I like that feistiness. And Valkyrie's just like, I found a good boy. I found a good sub. I'm joking. Izuku not a sub on this one. If anything, it'll become the new king, if you will. Anyway, sorry. I think, yes. So now, Izuku, a giant white pillar of ice, forms right underneath the Rodarola, cutting it. And then, you know, as the ice starts to crack and break off, they all see Izuku stepping out. Izuku just starts cracking his neck, his body, and he's just like, whoa. So that's what dying's like. All Might is just down there now, just like about to like beat the ever living shit out of all the villains that are still there. And they're all like, but and Izuku's just like, yeah, I kinda made a deal with somebody. Uraraka she tried to hug him, like jump and hug him, and Izuku's just like, psychic power, no. Like stopping her in midair. And she's just like, what? He's just like, yeah, about what I said. Not that I didn't mean it, it's just that then Valkyrie just puts her arm around him. And she's in her regular outfit that she wears in the anime, so y'all know. So she just puts her arm around Izuku and she's just like, he's taken. Izuku's just like, I made a deal with a goddess. And everyone, like, Class 1A is just like, yo, what the fuck? Because, 1330 collected all the students. I failed to mention that, but I did say that was her goal, so, yeah. They're all reconnaissance. Everyone's escaping. Well, no, they captured all the villains. Heroes come in. They're asking Izuku, did you really die? Nezu's just like, who was the girl? And Izuku's just like, I kinda made a deal with the goddess of destruction, Valkyrie here. She's gonna, like, he scratches his cheek, like trying not to say something stupid, but he has to say it. She's pretty much gonna be living with me, and I kinda agreed to be her husband if she brought me back to life, so yeah. And everyone's just like, bruh, you are fucking 18. And yes, UA is a college in this one. I don't want them to be that young. Plus, Valkyrie's already old as fuck on this one. She's a goddess of war that's lived for thousands of years. So, Cougar. No, not really, but I think. So, I'm gonna end it off here. Izuku has died for UA. And, as a special gift, because the birds had taken quite a liking to Izuku, Valkyrie has given him the gift of wings that he can conjure up, which will be a mix of blue and purple, which he can shoot out. Both manipulate like hawks. He just hasn't been aware of that yet. She hasn't told him yet, but slight spoiler for y'all to know. Something that Izuku does not yet know he knows. So, have a good one. I'm going to record different what ifs. Maybe this gets uploaded right now, maybe not.